Hi, welcome to a new video of mine. You saw already the title, so you may expect something to come. Well, I live in Romania, for those who don't know where I live. And here in Romania there will be a referendum. And the referendum will be to be able to change the constitution, so not just a law, but the constitution, and to specify that marriage is something that is done between men and women. So a man with a woman. Basically it's saying woman and woman is not allowed, man and man is not allowed. And when you look online, there are a lot of discussions going on. There's a lot of propaganda. There are certain institutions who are very much pushing, and I see people saying things that are total lies, that are not based on facts, or they take facts and they twist them so they become lies again. And I also see a lot of people who are being manipulated. So they hear certain things and they believe that they should vote yes for this based on certain sentences, certain quotes that are being screamed by certain people, one-liners, and not being able to actually see what's this really about. Because for most people, the majority of people on the planet are heterosexual, at least that's what scientists say, but I've come to realize and conclude that most people are bisexual, but that could be in such a small percentage that they may not even know it, or that they may have had certain thoughts, fantasies sometimes, or just thoughts that cross their mind, like, But when these thoughts cross your mind, they already prove that there is something there. Doesn't mean you're sick, doesn't mean you're wrong. No, it's just what it is. Because science has already proven that gay people have in the center of their brain an area that is slightly different from heterosexual people. And I think that study was done for gay men, and they had something that was more like the female brain. I mean, this was already, I think, over 10 years ago. So for those who want to say that, hey, God created us in a certain way and things have to be like this, hey, if you say God created us, then God created gay people. Because people are born with this. It's not like social media made them gay. Yeah, there are some wannabe gays. We had that in Holland for idols, that one guy who was really not gay, but he said he was gay because then he would get all the votes from the gay people and that would be good for him entering the music industry. But that was just a fake gay. And a lot of gay people saw right through it. But the interesting thing is not, are you gay, are you not gay, are you bisexual or not? Have you ever thought something, or did a thought just cross your mind? Did you see an image in front of you like, or like, That's not the important thing. The important thing is, would you like somebody to decide for you what you have the right to do with your own life or not? Because now they're saying that if we're going to allow men to marry men and women to marry women, it will be very bad for our children. Well, your children will still be raised by you, I hope, unless you're a very bad parent and Child Protective Services will take them away from you. And I saw somebody saying like, yeah, children have been taken away from their families and forced to be with a gay couple. No. children are only taken away from the family if the parents are not fit to be parents. And then they're put with families that have been tested and subjected to many questions and whole research if they are fit to take care of a child, where everyone, no matter how crazy you are, you can just have sex with someone, make a child, and you're a parent. That doesn't say that you will be a good parent. And just look around you. Here in Romania, there are so many cases of alcoholic parents. Is that a good place for a child to be raised? Many of you have had alcoholic parents yourselves, and you know how hurtful it is. And you know that you got harmed and that this influenced you in your own life, is still influencing you today. Maybe your relationship with your parents is still bad because of it, or you started to distrust men or women because of this. And often it's the men who become alcoholic, but not only men. So, and I'll give a different example. I know a lot of people love mici and sarmale, typical Romanian dishes. How about a group of people will make a referendum and they say, hey, because eating this is not healthy, because there's a lot of fat in it, and because we are spending all our days sitting on our fat asses, only growing fatter, we're not working on the land anymore, so our diet needs to change. So we vote no sarmale, no mici, no mamaliga. I'm sure most of you say, no, that's unacceptable. I want to eat my mici, I want to eat my meat, I want to eat my... But if the majority votes, you're not allowed to do it anymore. Well, that would really feel shitty, eh? Why would people who are not you decide what you are allowed to eat? Well, the same for smoking. It's 100% proven smoking is unhealthy, and will be very soon proven that these electronic cigarettes are even worse. They're very poisonous. So, I would say, let's do a referendum that smoking is forbidden. It becomes totally illegal. No cigarettes in any shape. No cigars, nothing. I know that a lot of you will be like, hey, I do with my body what I want. Well, if somebody feels attraction towards somebody of the same gender, who are you to say he's not allowed to be with somebody? And if they are really in love and they want to formalize it through a procedure with a priest, a rabbi, an imam, a mayor, an official, whoever, they want to have a paper saying, hey, we are together, so that they have the same couple's rights as men and women when they live together. So when one dies, the inheritance is not a problem, or whatever rights people have. And who are you to say, oh no, they're not allowed to have that? These people are not doing anything to you. What's actually happening is that a lot of people are afraid of something they don't know or they don't understand. And that's exactly the same for food. People go to other countries, they want to eat exactly the same food. When Dutch people from Holland go to Spain, they go, not all of them, but most of them go to these places, Lloret de Mar, Mallorca, Ibiza, where they will find Dutch restaurants with Dutch food, exactly the same, and Dutch music, and Dutch TV, Dutch everything. So basically it's Holland, but then with the sun shining on top of it, and a warmer sea. And I know a lot of Romanians are exactly the same way. No, I was raised with this, so I only eat mamaliga and mici. I will not eat all the other things. I don't know. No. My grandmother was making this for me, so I need to eat it. Yeah, your grandmother was cooking these things because back then they were working on the field, they were actually moving, and actually they were burning calories and being healthy. But you're sitting in your office all day long and you're growing. And you have all these illnesses because you're not living healthy. But people cannot make a referendum and say this is unhealthy, so we forbid it. But there are actually countries where people are considering to have the laws changing in such a way that if you smoke, your healthcare will not cover lung cancer and other things that are related to smoking. Because as we are collectively paying the insurance fee, we will be paying for you having all these treatments for lung cancer because you could not control yourself, you had to smoke. Doesn't make sense. Yes, it makes sense from one perspective, but not everyone getting lung cancer is because of smoking, and not everyone smoking gets lung cancer. And if you want to have the freedom to do with our own lives what we want without harming others, and in being different and wanting to live with somebody who is an adult, just like you, is not harming anybody else. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad, it doesn't mean it's bad for you. If you feel insecure, if you don't feel you're a real man anymore because you're threatened by the other man, then you have a problem. If you feel insecure as a woman because you don't feel feminine enough anymore, because men are not attracted to you but are attracted to other men, then you're insecure and you have a problem. You see how crazy things sound actually? Should you really be worried about what other people are doing in their bedrooms, in their houses? Yes, I know there were many priests who were saying that the only way to make love is missionary position. Actually, that's because the missionary were doing that. Just flat on top of each other. No other position. And some extreme Jews are keeping men and women separate, and when they have sex they put a sheet between them with a hole just for the gender to go through. There's no touching because the woman is unholy, she's not clean. I mean, yeah, you see? You're probably laughing like, seriously? Yeah, this is happening. It's all separation, it's all creating division, it's all creating hate. Like, oh, those people are different, so they're bad. Are colored people bad people because they're not so pale? The first time some black African people saw a white person, they were like, something is wrong. And then the head of the tribe suddenly, he knew it. He was not fully baked in his mom's belly. The white guy was not fully baked. That's why he was still pale. He didn't stay long enough in his mom's belly. Of course, they hadn't seen the mom. They didn't know the mom was also white, but that was just a conclusion. Just like bread or a cookie. It gets a little bit brown. When you put it in the oven and stays long enough, it becomes brown. If you leave it too long, it will burn. So white people could say, oh, these people stay too long in the belly of their moms. They burned, that's why they're so dark. Or look at Native Americans, oh, they're reddish. Whoa, they really got burned. They have a sunburn 24/7. They were born with a sunburn. Or Chinese people, Asian people, oh, they're so yellow. Oh, they must be unhealthy because they're so yellow. This is not a healthy color. What's wrong with their eyes? They always look like this. Oh, they must have a problem that they always look like this. No, people were born like this for geographical reasons. But does it mean that one race is better than the other? No. And even this is something that in most countries is not accepted, that somebody from another country or from another continent, that's bad. And this goes further. I mean, I hear people saying, but we should go back to the great Romania. Because at a certain point, Romania was a bigger country. But actually, all countries were bigger at some point and were smaller at another point. So which date will we take and which date will we agree on for all countries to be like they were that date? No, but I was bigger then. Yeah, but I was bigger then because I conquered more of your land. I want to have... Yeah, but they also want to have. So what's this bullshit that we're doing? Why are we doing all this? I can tell you why. Because you're easier to manipulate when you are in fear, when you are afraid of things. And when you are in fear and when you feel uncomfortable, you're more likely to buy stuff to feel better, to do certain things to feel better, to vote in a certain way, to voting certain people into office, because they are telling you like, but we will solve this. And that's how they get power. Or with the buying, that's how companies make more money. You're just being manipulated. And I really wish for the world, for all the countries, for all the people, to wake up. And for people to stop saying, God bless my country. No, God bless the world. If there is a God, He's blessing the world. If there is a God, He's not discriminating. Because in all religions, they describe God as being this old guy with a beard, but wise one who cares, one who loves, the one who created life, like a mother is creating life. So when you think of a mother, most people think of the loving person. So how could be the one who created the whole world want you to hate part of what he created? Basically, you're insulting God by hating certain people or by hating certain countries, because God created everything and all of us. So by discriminating and by hating, you're basically going against your own belief. You're going against God. So according to your own logic, you will burn in hell forever. Wow. I'm not in the mood to do that. So I will not keep on hating everyone. Yes, sometimes I feel anger and frustration. But then I realize where it's coming from. Or I do an effort to discover where it's coming from. And then generally it's something inside me. It's not because somebody has a different skin color or somebody likes to eat something that I don't like to eat. I don't eat so much meat anymore. I mean, I rarely eat meat. Doesn't mean that I will go and create a referendum to forbid eating meat. No, I would like people to discover that it's also possible to live without meat or with less meat and still be very healthy, even being a very healthy bodybuilder who's winning world championships without eating meat, without smoking, without drinking. But forcing these things on people doesn't work. You don't like things to be forced on you. So why are you not more tolerant? I don't know. We all have our things where we are not so tolerant. That we would like the rest of the world to be just like us or think just like us. But if you can for one step, for one moment, take a step out of your position and go into other people's position and look from their perspective. Look at your neighboring country. Just imagine how those people would feel if you would say, we want to be like we were 50 years ago or 150 years ago. Not 200 years ago, no, 150 years ago. That's a date we like, because then we had half of their country. How do you think they would feel? How would you feel if they would say, but we would like to go 250 years ago, and then, oh shit, my land is gone. Oh, there's almost nothing. Our whole country was theirs. Borders are just about power. But if you go into nature, you don't see real borders. Everything is fluent. When people die, what's left is the same, no matter the color, no matter how rich they were, how poor they were. It's the same. We are all created on this planet by the same nature, by the same God. a loving one. And who created darkness and light? And there is no darkness without light, and no light without darkness. The trick is to learn to deal with them, to balance them inside you. And then automatically you will be balanced on the outside, and you will balance the world around you. Don't be fooled what you see on TV. Feel and hear what is really yours to believe, and what is your truth. In here, not here, not what you see around you. Feel. Hope to see you in the next video. Before I forget, before you click away, check the link below, Patreon. It's a page I created where you can contribute on a monthly basis so that I can reach my goals, so that I can help other people. You can show your appreciation for what you're getting from me. You will get exclusive content, things that will help you ride the wave and not hearing about the wave 2 weeks later, that there was a wave you could have been riding and would have changed things and improved things in your life. Because I will be talking about what's at play right now in the moment, and many more things. I will also be answering questions. There will be possibility for webinars. So click that link and have a look. You would be helping me and help also a lot of other people, because the more people start to donate, the more I can start to do, the more I can start to share through charity work, but also traveling and actually go and meet the people in person, for example. That's one of my goals, but you will find all that there. And it starts at $2 per month, and for that you already get, actually you get the most important part for $2 a month, and the rest that you're going to donate is just you appreciating more or wanting a specific extra thing. So click that link and help me make a difference. Thank you.